back to your weekend edition of Summit Sunrise. And now we're joined in the studio with our good friend, Mr. Doyle Richmond. How are you doing today, Doyle?
Great. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Again, we are just full of some of the busiest people here in Summit County. We were just talking before during the break about you're busy all day today, showing houses and showing properties and all
Labor Day
kinds of stuff.
weekend, you know.
Right.
You know, if you remember, for me, for being in back, it's you didn't go back to school until after Labor Day, but you know, our kids have already gone. But it's a big holiday, kind of wrapping up the summer for a lot of people. So I'll be spending some time with some good folks of mine. We've been looking at some nice houses out there. But yeah, Dave and I have been extremely busy, and this weekend will be another busy weekend.
Fantastic. And for those of you who might not know Doyle, he's a staple figure here in Summit County. We're glad to have him here, of course, from the real estate group, and a lot of properties, primarily in Keystone, but all over Summit County, I believe, right? You and Dave.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of listings in Keystone just because we've done so much business in Keystone, so we have a lot of repeat business over the years. But, you know, for example, the last week and this week, you know, I've been showing property in Breck, Silverthorne, Frisco, Keystone. It's just a matter of, you know, as I always like to say, it's a matter of trying to help people define what, you know, what they want. You know, show them the different areas, show them the different product, and then hopefully find the right fit for them. And at the end of the day, if they're going to be extremely educated on the market, and whether they purchase or not, that's a different thing. So Dave and I just believe that, you know, if you spend time with people, you know, it might be a year from now, it might be 2 years from now, it might be, you know, a few weeks from now, but eventually, you know, those people are really educated well, and they can take advantage of the times right now.
Absolutely, and like you said, that's what you want to do, is give the folks who are interested in this area an education about the real estate market, about you know what they're getting into and all that good stuff. And there's plenty of opportunity to do that. You've got the website, first of all, probably a good introduction, get your feet wet.
Yeah, I mean, we try to keep everything simple. We've used my name, DoyleRichmond.com. There's a quick search over there to the right at the top of the page. Down at the bottom, as they're scrolling down, there's the featured properties. Those happen to be our listings, but of course, we're going to show all properties to all people, and you know, that's the beauty about the internet nowadays, is that people can get a head start. I talk to people on a regular basis, and they look at things and say, "Hey, Doyle, what about this property? What about that property?" And the search engines that bring up that information, mine included, bring up a lot of the details, but not all the details. So eventually, you know, they start there, and then they want to spend some time. Can we look at properties of this nature in these areas? And it looks like they're, you know, going through the different Keystone areas. I mean, just as we talked about, I have a lot of listings at Keystone. It's just amazing when you look at the pricing up there, depending what you're looking at. It's amazing what you can get. You know, right there, for example, $100,000 to $500,000. Amazing, you could be right at the base of the slopes in the $100,000 range. I just find that incredible for a major ski resort like Keystone. And there's a little bit of different product out there for everyone, whether someone's looking for the very high-end, you know, duplex or single-family home, or if they want the convenience like there in River Run, where they can walk right to the slopes, or if they have high budget, you know, high taste, but they only want to pay a fraction of the cost of the whole partial share market. And you know, Dave and I feel really fortunate that we've been able to sell as much real estate as we have over the years, and again this year. And I think it's a good sign that buyers are realizing, hey, the market's on the rebound at some point here. It may go down a little bit further. I don't think so. I feel that, you know, in my experience from doing this 20 years, I feel that the market is showing signs of going back up, especially with the level of activity. There are one-offs where properties are selling for less, but there are also properties that we're selling for more. So, you know, no one can put their finger exactly on the market, but it does seem, from my 20 years experience, that we have a lot of momentum going for us, and I think buyers realize that today.
That's pretty great. You know, what's interesting is we were looking through those slides of all the properties, the listings, and just some of the general kind of, to give people a general idea. Like you said, those price ranges, are those pretty unique to a major ski area like this?
Yeah, I mean,
just
Keystone and, you know, Breckenridge and Copper get rated up there in the top 20 resorts year after year after year. So they're spectacular resorts here in Summit County. And then you got A-Basin. I think it's just awesome, the Legend and Loveland. So for 5 ski resorts in Summit County, it's just amazing. So to say that you can find a property in an area like Summit County at the price ranges, and then just use Keystone, given the slides that are up there, yeah, those are amazing prices compared to other major resorts across North America. And certainly the public knows that. You certainly can go to Aspen and have a spectacular property, but you're going to spend a lot more money, or even Eagle County with Vail and Beaver Creek. And that's the beauty about Summit County, is you can travel over to all these places relatively quick and still have a fabulous property at a great price.
That's probably why so many people want to live here. Doyle, thanks so much for being on
thank you for
here
having me
this morning. The website, doylerichmond.com, we had the number up there as well. You can give them a call. And, if you're interested in looking at some properties, we're going to take a quick break. And again, thanks to Doyle for being here on the show. And stick around. We've got a little bit more Summit Sunrise coming up.